This is video 4 of a 6-part mini-series where Jules and I have been talking and answering questions that people were asking us about what had happened with Jules's, her experience working with us. Now, today is my favourite because this is where Jules had a secret that she wanted to share with me, and it was about her Rightmove's representative actually coming to visit her in person, and the Rightmove rep was so impressed with the numbers that they felt they had to come and ask Jules what it was she was doing to suddenly jump to #1 position in that area in just such a short amount of time. Remember, we started these video ads in March this year on the 28th. We only did 4 ads originally, we just tested 4, and they actually allowed this agency, which had been predominantly focused on lettings, to jump to the #1 position in the area for sales. So I hope you enjoy this one. I know it's my favourite. And with the results, what you were expecting?
Well, I have been absolutely shocked at it's the results and more. And I know when we've spoken, and I think you've also been surprised at how quickly it's happened. And I think the reason why it has is I set myself, I'm not working for a corporate anymore, I work for a little independent. So we're not driven by KPIs or targets, if people don't know what KPIs are, by target. But I naturally, because I've been doing this a long time, I naturally set myself targets. And my targets were what the pipeline was going to look like. That's how I measure my results. Well, I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps, what I'm just about to say, and this is genuine. I hit target, my first target, I may add, I hit it 3 months before what I set myself. And my year's target, which would be September, my year's target, I've already hit. So I've got, I honestly, my hairs are standing on end. I cannot believe how quickly this has happened. And the thing is, and I think this is a thing that people need to realize with social media, is that you have to, basically I had to do what you told me to in a nice way. Okay, so they get your free videos out, don't think about it, just do it. And that's what I did. And I like to think I followed the process in a timely fashion, apart from my couple of
your 3 holidays out amongst it. But that was actually good. That was good.
They were not only did it,
but you understand this, we did not expect these results, but I've analysed everything, and I know why it happened. And but with you going on those 3 little mini breaks, you can go for long, I know, it shows that the power of what we're doing is actually more powerful for the right circumstances than anything else I've ever seen in marketing. Which is why I'm excited, and that's why I'm really glad that it happened the way it did. The results won't be the same for every single agency, but if they have similar circumstances, if they didn't go on a holiday, I could see the results even happening faster. But the thing is also that you're really good at what you do, Jules. So it's not just about what we're doing, but it's about what you do too. Okay, so it is a whole package. It's not going to you plug into our system and voila, you're going to increase your pipeline by, what was it? It's from 24,000 in Feb to over, is it 135 now?
It's 135 now, and I've had exchanges.
We've now just turned off the ads because you've got too much coming in. We've actually stopped doing our stuff because you were inundated. There's only so many hours in a day. We can turn them back on later, and that's the beauty of the system too. It doesn't cost you. We had ads going out for £6 a day in the end. £6, that's it.
Wow. And the thing is, it's I have my background in estate agency, and and I have turned branches. I call them branches in recovery. I have turned branches in recovery round, but never as quick as this. You're looking at least a year. Year to get known and not to get the results that I've got now. And in all honesty, it started to happen. I started really doing the role in January, getting out there in front of people. February, we reached out. So really the pipeline, it was 23, 24,000. And now, even though I've now had exchanges and completions, it is, you know, after taking those out like this month or June, that my pipeline is running at 100, yeah, it's just shy of 135,000. I
Well, do
mean,
you know, we didn't start your ads till the end of March. I think the second to last
I
day before
know.
March. And we only ran them up till just before the end of May. That was it, the major ads. We did a few boosted posts to that warm audience that we'd created, but we haven't had to do anything else at all. And that's been one of the most incredible eye-opening moments. And that wouldn't happen in a city, okay,
No.
but I think it would definitely happen in towns with similar kind of size population, okay, because people are getting to know you as a mini TV star.
And this is a funny thing, because you know, I personally believe that social media and what we've done has had its biggest impact. We know that you have to have your brands in other places like Rightmove, things like that, but they all complement each other. And it's only since I haven't actually told you this. This is going to be new news to you. I met with my I met with my Rightmove accounts lady. She came in to see me. She only normally ever calls me, and she actually came and visited me. She doesn't live in the area. She doesn't live in Crowborough. And she said, Jules, she said, I really had to come and see you because I want to know what Banfield are doing. And I said, what do you mean by that? And so she said, well, she said, when I first sort of started speaking with you, which would have been around the same time, February, Rightmove have a thing that they do it in percentages, that you know, which agent has the greater voice, or you know, on obviously Rightmove, but you know, because everything complements each other, people then might go to Rightmove to look at my properties, you know. And she said your voice, Banfield's voice, or the agent's voice, was towards the end of last year, beginning of the year, was something like 12%, or bet around quite low. So the other agents had a greater voice than us. You don't believe what our voice is. We're number one as the voice. We're at 40.1%.
Whoa.
40.1%. So that means that people are going to our sites more and everything. But I know that people are to us. It is because of the social media. And you know, I walk down the street and people go, hello, Jules. And I sort of say, have we met? I said, no, I saw a video you did about staging homes and that. And I thought, I've never met this person before. And that's the power of what you do. Because
You're
with
doing
the normal organic, well, you don't, the process that you, that your service, darling. Because you know, it's getting the brand out there. They know I'm Jules of Banfield, but it's like people who I've never met, who've never physically registered in my office, but at some point they must have done, and they are seeing what ads, you know, you put out, you know, through the ad manager, I think you call it. You see, I don't even know. I'll leave that to you. But that is the power. That is the power of, and how different it is from your general social media, where you just send them out, they just go out to your followers. This reaches so much more than just the followers. I mean, I think our followers we only had about 50 followers start. We've got more followers now.
250 now.
Obviously, I don't know how and what with like the warm audience sort of thing, but obviously it means you're reaching out to people who I would
putting your ads in front of them, just with a few quid a day. We make sure your content goes in front of them. That's all it is. Putting a bit of money on a piece of content. That's what your video is. It's very specific content. It's what we call the best lasagna rather than smelly cheese. It's something that people need to see, okay, and they want to get more of it. It's, you know, well, that's what I need to know. Facebook actually picks up the fact that they've stayed for a period of time. If they're there for longer than a minute, Facebook would actually show the next thing as well they're putting money on. And that's how we know that they are interested in doing. Yeah, it really is that simple. But we need to make sure first what your content is relevant to them. We do that with a headline. We push people away who it's not relevant to, and it calls out the people who actually think you're moving the house right now. Then we make sure we put in so-called a promise of value. That means they're going to stick around because they know it's relevant to them and it's worth them sticking around. And once they've watched a whole minute of your video, Facebook goes, cool, they liked our stuff. I'm going to put more of that in front of them. And the more bits of content we put out in front of the
Yeah.
warm audience, the more they keep showing it to those people who are watching. And it's like a
Yeah.
ecosystem. So, I'm sorry we've gone off on a tangent there.
No, but this is so this is interesting because like I wouldn't have known that, and obviously you just explained it, and it's exciting because because I've experienced it now firsthand, the impact that it's had on me as a estate agent, and obviously the person that I work for. But and this is I can understand why people can't understand the how to differentiate between one social media person and another. Um, but just by what you said there, and and again, you did it as a process. It was a gradual thing, and now you say reach out to the warm audience and that. It's the consistency of it as well, because you keep repeating it and then new content. But and I must say, the social media, the content, being educational in a way, I call it, sort of helping people, which again, I feel I give more value on my valuations now, or market appraisals, we call them, because we're not valuers, but market appraisals. And people do say to me at the end of it, they said, gosh, you've given us so much information, because I do actually do a lot of orientation around our social media, because what I know, we're different to the other agents.
So this was the end of my favourite in the series of sex, because I spoke to Jules about the expectations that she had when she started with us at Estate Agent Success. And we also uncovered how those expectations had actually been surpassed in just a few months. Even now, the agency's pipeline results are increasingly beating Jules's 12-month targets after just 3 months of starting our Facebook video ads. Now, for reference, her first ad went on March 28th this year. And Jules also talked about a recent visit from the Banfield estate agency's Rightmove account representative. And Jules had told me she's never visited before, she only ever calls me. But that Rightmove rep was so impressed with the numbers that they felt they had to come and ask Jules what she was doing to suddenly jump to the #1 position in their area in such a short amount of time. Tomorrow, we will look at what the agency's pipeline was like before starting with this Facebook video ad method, so that we can assess what kind of impact this strategy had on the agency's listings. There's a spoiler here. The pipeline had been stuck around 20,000 to 24,000 since October last year, until we began this video method with Jules. Okay, see you tomorrow.